All righty. And we are live. As live as we can get. Ow. Shit. You guys get to all see that 4K, huh? Is that what's going on? Okay. Real quick, let me do this. Get my live chat going here. Michael Superbacker, what's going on, man? How are you? Long time no see indeed. How have you been? I've been good, man. Just like I said, I've been working, so it's rough out here. But I actually think I finally am going to get some time off after the holidays. So very happy about that. Very happy about finally getting to relax a little bit, enjoy myself, because that's what it's all about, right? Finally being able to make some more content for you guys, do some more stuff, get into some more fun Magic stuff, as well as Flesh and Blood. Flesh and Blood, though, we're going to be doing a little stuff for today, unless we also get on the topic of Magic, which, I mean, I also don't mind, whether we talk about one or the other. I know Magic has been kind of going through it after these past couple of days. I mean, there's not a whole lot of good looking for Magic right now, but oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, so it's been good, you know. We're just hanging out. We're getting stuff figured out. We're still doing cardboard stuff, right? We just can't seem to find the time to always get everybody or get more content out for you guys to see. So copy that there. Close this out. Go to here. All right. Boom. There we go. Tweet is out. Discord should have it. Hopefully soon. Yep, Discord is done. We'll put this in the Bold Brew stuff. Actually, we'll hold off on that. Hold off on that just in case. But yeah, so I mean, otherwise, like, I mean, I've been pretty chill, you know. Where I'm watching everything that's happening in Magic kind of like from the background. Not entirely sure how I feel about all that, right? I mean, I think I feel pretty bad for everybody who was laid off at Hasbro and Wizards. But it's just another reason why I'm happy to be playing Flesh and Blood and not Magic at this very moment. But I'm sure at some point I will be playing more Magic. I do actually go out and play Commander probably every Friday night now, or at least I try to do every Friday. So the concept is there, and I would theoretically like to do it. But of course, right, it's all based on time. For those of you who don't know, I've been working 6 days a week pretty much for the past 2 months. So it's very hard for me to come home and even on my days off find time for me to be like, yeah, it's time to make content. At this very time, I think I'm probably just going to be doing some live streams and hanging out with you guys when I can and doing that. So, but eventually content will be coming, I promise. And then hopefully I find a new job sometime next year and I don't have to go through all this again during the holiday season next year. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Yama. It's a bit of a hiss. I don't know, like what's that term, right? The sins of the father kind of concept, right? I feel like unfortunately we're dealing with the public eye is seeing a lot more of the corporate BS that happens with companies that make billions of dollars. And it's unfortunate that Hasbro's failures means Wizards failures. So I don't know. It's nothing that you can stop. What I've seen from a lot of people, though, is I've seen that a lot of the people who were laid off from Hasbro and from Wizards, more specifically from Wizards, they're pretty much just like, don't stop like enjoying Magic. Don't stop buying product and stuff. Still continue to support the people who work there, right? I think the people who leave Wizards are probably onto better things, right? Hopefully they're onto better things. But I don't know, right? I don't know the whole concept behind it. But all I know is I'm happy I'm playing Flesh and Blood. That's it. But how are you doing? How's everybody doing? Hate the company, not the game. Exactly, right? Hate the company, not the game. Magic has done so much for a lot of people. The game that brought us Oko. Oko. I'm so happy I wasn't playing when Oko was legal. But man, I'd be stoked to see what Oko like really did. That's always something that I think I'm super happy about, is that like there are people out there who are willing to play formats that have existed previously. Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually does this really, really well in the case where, like if you didn't get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in like the early 2000s, right? You missed out a lot of the beginning stuff. You didn't get all the, synchros and exceeds and all that other stuff. You didn't have that in the game. And a lot of people missed that format, and so what they did is they actually made a format called the GOAT format in Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know how many LGSs actually like do work on that, but it is very cool that you're able to essentially like go into the past and play decks that are like early, like I guess they're kind of late 2000s stuff that is just like so unique nowadays, right? Compared to how fast something like Yu-Gi-Oh! Plays, you get to see it. So it can lead to how with Yu-Gi-Oh! People prefer to format beyond what happened in the past. Yeah. Yep. Or perfected. Sorry. There's a big heart where the word perfect is on my thing. So I don't know why. I wish I knew how to get rid of this thing. I guess I stuck with it. There you go. That might be a little bit better. Anywho, yeah. So I think that is I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Did it really, really well where they're able to do that. Flesh and Blood's doing really well with its Living Legend stuff. Although of course it's just Starvo, right? Unfortunately. But I mean, I never got to play Starvo in CC. I played the game. Get rid of your heart, give me to a flower. Oh, I haven't beaten that game yet. Should probably do that. Wonder if that's a game you guys would like to see me play. Less with online gameplay speeding up exploration and discovery of a format. Yeah, I think that's the other thing too, right? I mean, you have a lot of people, I mean, quite literally just doing stuff at such a speed that is not as you kind of figure out a format pretty quickly now, as opposed to being like, oh, I wonder if this is good, and you just have to wait for like the next LGS event. Now it's like, oh yeah, cool, okay, I just get to play this online with my friends, and then don't go to events to do the other stuff. So experience Starvo meta and BHL words. Yeah, exactly. That's what happened at the Coaxing. I was at the Coaxing last weekend. Last weekend. I was at the Coaxing last weekend, and the LL format was, I mean, mainly Starvo. Aiden, one of the guys that runs the Flesh and Blood stuff over at Level 7 Games out here, which is where I go, he got top 8 with OTK Viscerai. So that's kind of cool, right? That's a fun thing to do. How was the Coaxing? I had a lot of fun, honestly. I had a lot of fun at the Coaxing. I didn't do a whole lot of like talking with a lot of people. I'm very bad at socializing in public. I can socialize online super easy. But like, it's very difficult for me to socialize in public because like I don't know most of the people that go there. So like when Mo Bogsley was there, and I mean I talked to Joey for like a little bit. I chit-chatted with Aiden because he was there and I know him. But like mainly I just kind of waited till my friend showed up, and then me and him played a bunch of Crack Shuffle and Play. I think we were probably the only people in that building playing Crack Shuffle and Play, because all the other events that were firing were like drafts and CC open, CC single eliminations and Blitz single eliminations. That was a lot of the open registration stuff for the side events, and then you got tickets based on stuff for that there too. And then of course like the big events were happening, right? Like the Team Sealed and the Living Legend tournament. I mean, I think it went off pretty well, and I was like, okay, cool, like it's a fun time. I got a cool playmat. I got 2 cool playmats technically. I got a bunch of cards that I bought, right? And the drinks were good, the food was good, so I had a great time. I think it was fun. Was it chaotic? Yes. I didn't participate in any of the events like at all, but if I did, it looked like it was pretty chaotic. So kind of something that seems to have flapped. Yeah, I mean, you gotta realize, like, while I was playing Crack Shuffle and Play for the first time, I was like, okay, so it's not like pre-release, right? Pre-release, you get 4 packs, you take out cards based around how much you want, and then, or like what hero you want to play, and then you force that, right? But with Crack Shuffle and Play, you take out the token and the equipment part in the back, right? The 2 cards in the back. And then you just take whatever hero you have available, slap all the other cards together in a deck, and you play with them, right? It's nowhere near as effective because you're usually not getting the equipment you need. You usually end up getting a lot of Evos that you can't use, so they're only strictly there for blocking or pitching. And then it's just like, I don't know, you're just opening packs and then slapping it all together and playing. I think the concept is good. I don't think it works out like Jumpstart does, though, right? Jumpstart in Magic is something that I adore. And I adore it because it's pretty much different every time. You know, like you get red-white, it's a different color combination. You get red-black, it's a completely different play style. You get blue-green, it's a different play style. And like you have that often. But with Crack Shuffle and Play, you just have Mechanologist. And then sometimes you're playing Max, sometimes you're playing Dash, sometimes you're playing Teklo, right? But in most cases, like for instance, I had to play, we Crack Shuffle and Played, and me and my friend both had to play Dash Database because I got Max, but I didn't pull a Banksy, and he didn't have a Banksy. And so we couldn't play. I couldn't play that. We didn't have a Teklo. I didn't want to play Teklo Leveler with Max because that just doesn't make sense. And so it was very. I feel like what we did after, right, is we played Sealed after, right? He bought 4 packs, I bought 4 packs, and then we just did Sealed. And I feel like I had a better, more tuned version of my deck in Sealed for 1 extra pack more than Crack Shuffle and Play, where I just threw everything together and hope for the best. So, yeah. Exactly. It's absolutely not the same. It flows well good together because Crack Shuffle and Play is, I mean, it's literally just taking the decks or taking the cards, putting them in a deck. You have a deck. Is it functional though? Sometimes you get a good hand. In most cases though, you don't really. You know, like your counts are usually off, or your resources. You can't take cards out in preference to other things. You just got to play with what you get. So, do I think it is as good as Jumpstart? No. But I do think that if you are looking to learn like the general mechanics of a mechanologist and to look into kind of like a general idea of how the game plays, you can do one of two things. You can play Crack Shuffle and Play, which teaches you how to play mechanologist, or you can just buy blitz decks. Buy 2 blitz decks and pair them up against one another. That'll also teach you how to play. So from like a getting people into the game perspective, I don't think that it just hits that niche for me. But sealed now only being 4 packs instead of 6 makes it that I think sealed feels better. And I think playing sealed Bright Lights is pretty good. I like it. Should have everyone be Shiana and combine 2 hero packages. That could work too, right? What, Bubba? You wanna come up here? You wanna say hi to everybody? Come here. What? Should you be sleeping? I did got my hair did. It was getting to be about that time. It had been like 5 months since I got it cut, so I needed to do something about it. Do you want to get up here, Bubba, or not? Why not? I'm also, for the record, I'm double fisting coffee today, so if my eye starts twitching a little bit, don't worry about it. Baby Gishy is ripping teats. Oh yeah, there you go. What you should send me a deck list when you get the chance. Yeah, double fisting coffee. So, do you know what the term double fisting is? I realize that you might not. Essentially, just the term is that you have, you just have 2 coffees, right? Or that you have 2 of a drink, right? Like if these were sodas, right? You'd be double fisting soda, because I already had 1 half drank, and then I went to go make this one, and I went, wait, I already have coffee. Shoot. So, yeah, that's the concept. I just have 2 coffees, right? We went out to me and my roommate, we went out to a place that sells, if a mug and a coffee flavored liquid in the plastic cup. Yes, yeah, this is coffee. So this is from a place called Scream and Sugar. We went to this place. It was a horror themed little like oddity shop almost. Not almost, I guess it was. And they had some pretty cool stuff. So I got something for my girlfriend for Christmas. Brandon got some stuff for her for Christmas, and then we got coffee. And I completely forgot that we got coffee. So I just was making a cup at home because I was like, oh, it's going to be nice to have a nice hot cup of coffee for when I'm streaming, so I can just sip and hang out with people while we wait. And then next thing I know, I was just like, oh shoot, wait, I already have coffee. What am I doing? But yes, so the logo is cool. I do like it. Yeah. Cream and Sugar, if you guys are ever in you're ever in Colorado, the Denver area, Screaming Sugar, they don't actually have like a location. It's in the shop called Horrid, and they're currently expanding, so where the coffee shop is going to have its own like section, and it's not just going to be in the back of the building. So they seem to be doing pretty well for themselves, which is great. But yeah, so very cool. Yeah, you're gonna have to shoot me that list. I'd love to see what you've got for Gish, what you upgraded. Because I've been wanting, ever since they came out with that Velociraptor commander deck for Ixalan, I was like, oh god, I should probably buy that so I have like something different. Because I was looking through my commander decks and I actually have like pretty much every color, well, not every color covered. The only colors that I don't play at this very moment is green. I don't have a deck that utilizes green anywhere. And my buddy and I, we play, so like I said, I try to play Magic just about every Friday. And my friend buys a box and then uses the box as like prize packs for people when they win. And he bought a box of Commander Masters. And in Commander Masters, right, we all played, and then he started throwing out packs to people. And he kind of just wanted to like finish off the box. Out of those packs, I pulled a Jeweled Lotus and a Doubling Season. And then Lauren pulled a Fierce Guardianship. And I was like, dang, I gotta play something with these. And I was looking for a deck that I had that I was like, oh, what can I play green in? And I'm like, oh, I don't play green in anything. It's Mardu, Izzet, and Gruul. Well, I guess Gruul is green, but I don't really have that deck like finished, so it's not really there. Maybe I'll commit to making Miram. I think Miram would be fun. That'd be like the next deck I'd like to play, is Miram. But that's down the line, right? Dragons are expensive, so I don't know about all that. Oh, man. Let's see here. Do. You need a list, or can you just see the card in BGG? I mean, do you have like a Moxfield list that you can just link to, or are you gonna have to like type it out? You don't have to like type it out if it's too big. Okay, so you haven't set up like a Moxfield account or anything? Just gonna take pics. I mean, if whatever's easiest for you, I should be able to see everything pretty fine, as long as I can see the name of the card. But I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life, Zaya. But if you go to a wonderful website called Moxfield.com, you can literally make your deck list here, and then you can just send a link to somebody and be like, this is what I'm running. And you don't have to take pictures anymore. So I suggest that if you're gonna be, especially if you're gonna be making changes too. So that is the thing. You're gonna have a chance to do a heavy hitters pre-release. I'm gonna do my best. Right now I think I should, because it's gonna be on Fridays, right? Probably. It'll be on a Friday, in which I won't have work. And it's not until, what, February, right, is when Heavy Hitters comes out? So I have a while before anything changes. So I'm pretty sure if it's early February, Pre-release end of end of January. So I should be out of peak season at my job, which means that I will have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday off work, which means that, yes, I should hopefully be able to do a couple heavy hitters pre-releases if I really have the ability to. I'm excited for it, but I'm also curious what else they're going to come out with, right? Because obviously right now we're getting all the what do you call them? The spoilers for the expansion slot stuff. But like, I want to see what cards are coming in the set, right? Even though I gotta say, I need some expert opinions. What the hell do we all feel about this fucking card? How do we feel about this? Because I play Illusionist, right? I play Dromai. And I have not been able to play Prism because Prism LL'd before I got into the game. And the only time I played Prism, as you know, Yama, was in one skirmish. But new Prism came out, and I was like, ooh, I want to play that. But she was practically unplayable until now. Now, you get Go Again for your Heralds and your Angel on your turn, as long as there's one yellow pick. Right. High roll turn would be Herald, Angel, Angel. But, like, what's the real kicker here, right? Like, yeah, because you're probably not pitching another yellow for an Angel. Probably going to Arsenal or something. Right. But I think that's the other thing, right? Something that I dislike about Illusionist is the thing that makes Illusionist balanced, which is Phantasm. And let me tell you, like, Phantasm sucks so much. Because if I know that I can, like, it literally means that any ninja I go against, unless they play CNC, which in most cases they do, I'm good. But if I'm going against any, like, wizard, I win. If I'm going against any brute or guardian, I have to fight harder to do that, right? Now, obviously, like, the angels don't have Phantasm, which is good, right? But, like, you're gonna like, at that point you'll have to attack with an angel and then attack with a herald, because the angel, you're gonna pitch for the angel to attack with it, right? Because it's what do they call it? Do they call them angels? Yeah, archangels. So you'd have to pitch a yellow to attack with the archangel, and then you'd have to herald, because you're going to want to get the damage through and then herald. And then you got Ward 4, which means at least it has a decent shield on it. Phantasm gives the cards a 2 cost reduction, and it's not balanced at all. A 2 cost reduction? I'm not sure what you mean. Is it because they have to use a card? Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, no. Their attacks are insanely huge. But I think that's the point of Phantasm, right? Like they're really huge attacks that cost nearly nothing because they can be popped by cards that have 6 or more power. That's the give there. What is this? Oh. What? Ditched your server? What are you talking about? I see you. I did, and now I gotta be honest. I did ditch your server, and it's because I just don't talk in there anymore, or at all, really, to be honest. And I only ever chit chat with you when I'm live, and I'm in way too many other servers. So I was just cutting it. I apologize. Don't be mad at me. So let me see this deck. See here. I definitely didn't delete you. We are friends. Why did I definitely didn't delete you. What are you talking about? I didn't, I swear, please. I promise. Okay, I'm gonna have to go through all these. All the pictures you sent me are upside down. Silly. They're all upside down. You're making it harder for me. It is as I expected. I didn't abandon you. I promise. I promise. I didn't abandon you. But yeah, these angels... I mean, it's just a yellow to pay for them, which is pretty sick. Banish a light card from your hero's soul if you choose Sarai deals 1 arcane damage to any target. Sarai deals damage, you gain that much life. Yeah, I don't know, like... The ward is just, like, so... The ward's good. But I love how the Herald and the Angel both get a go again each turn. It's not just one, it's both. Both get a go again this turn. So, very cool. I don't know. I'm excited for that. Yeah, also, you should upload it to... You should upload it to Box Sealed. So that way, you have the listy. That blows my mind. I swear I didn't... God said, do you want to talk now? Okay, no worries. No worries. Weird. Very strange. Anyway. So, I wanted to talk a little bit again about Clash, right? Because obviously we like Clash here, this channel. And I want to do more Clash stuff. But Oh, that's another thing. I don't know if you guys have seen. I don't know if you guys have seen my Twitter posts, but I wanted to see whether or not any of you guys had a budget Dory deck list for me. It's going to be a Christmas gift for my friend who's getting into Flesh and Blood. I wanted to get him something. I know it's rough, so... Oh my god, excuse me. Ooh. Like a coffee ground in my throat. Oh, that was annoying. Budget could include Majestics that aren't like more than $10. Because if I just wanted common and rares, I just buy him. I just get him a Clash deck, right? But he wants to play. He wants a CC deck so that he could play CC with me. But he wants to play Dorinthia. And okay, and to be fair, right, before I like get further into it, he can afford to buy the cards for him to play Dorinthia at the competitive level. It's just that he doesn't know how to play very well and is still new to the game. So it's very hard for him to commit to buying something to a game he doesn't know a lot of or about, just so we could play Classic Construct. Hey Bob, happy holidays to you too, man. How is it? How's the holiday season for you? You got all your shopping done? All your ducks in a row? How's the family? I think last time we spoke, you guys were going through the ick. You guys all healed up from that? Yeah, like he doesn't want anything that's like insanely expensive, like to start. He just kind of wants to be able to play Dorinthia and then be like, okay, cool. Like, now that I know how she plays, I'll get this together, right? And Yama, I know you play Dorinthia. I know Smithel was actually looking to get me a Dorinthia list, and he did not get back to me yet, so I'm curious if that is going to be the case there. And preventing me from streaming some Diablo 2, right? Oh, man. Damn, well, hopefully it clears up for you. Have you been enjoying Diablo 2 Remastered? I honestly have not. I've not touched. The only video game I'm currently deep in right now is Final Fantasy 16. I just started that. I got it on my birthday on December 2nd. I've been playing it ever since. Oh, that game is a dream. It's a dream. My during the UCC deck without the expensive generics is $350 according to February. What in your deck would cost you would have it be that much? Because $350 I think is still a little steep. I'm probably looking somewhere around the trying to get a private army of streamers starting with the collab stream I did. There you go. Nice. Nice. Gonna do some more what do you call it? More stuff like your Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Glistening Steelblade and the Brave Forge. Ah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Glistening Steelblade, I think, is still... I think that's even not... I don't know how to really... Let's see. Glistening Steelblade. Oh, not Bald. Blade. Yeah, I think this also is not... Because it's about $30 for a Steelblade. So cut out the steel blades and cut out the bracers. How else can I play Dorinthia for a budget? I mean, let's look at like a tournament built deck, right? Battlehardened Warsaw. Right, so like, let's take out the Crown of Providence, take out the bracers, take out the tunic, take out the CNCs, take out the glistening steel blades, take out the, maybe not, take out the Heart of Findall, that's for sure. Oh, sick, okay. Check this out. Okay, so before we look at the list, right? Yeah, pretty much the same. So three glints. So there you go. So pretty much everything, like, damn, Down and Dirty is really $15. Holy shit. I would say maybe everything from here up can go. Because you're at what, 820? Let's calculate. Let's calculate that. That is 820 minus 300 minus 100 minus 90 minus 70 minus 41 minus 30. Whoop. $189. Right. So this Crown of Providence is like Helm of the Sharp Eye. Razors can be replaced with mono. Well, because like I know I at least have like a decent amount of this stuff. Gallantry Gold, yeah, that's the one. I know I'm pretty sure I have Sinks. I don't think I have an Iron Song Determination. I don't have run-throughs. I know I have Singing Steel Blades. No, actually, I don't have Singing Steel Blades. I don't have Choruses. I don't have a Route. I have Shunt. I have Precisions. I have Valors. No Runes and all that jazz. Everything down here, I'm pretty sure I have. So should be clean there. So we'd just be down what? The Down and Dirties, the Brave Forge Bracers. Best power for Dorinthia for the Illusionist matchup because it doesn't have. Yeah, true, because they can just sit in your grave or in your arsenal. But yeah, the Glistenings are gonna need to be replaced for sure. The Heart of Findall. Yeah. To be honest, I'd like to just... Everybody's buying up Spoils of War because of Kasai right now, and I'm like, oh. You replace more run through. All right, so then let's do this real quick. I'm gonna log in. 1 sec. I'm gonna favorite this deck, and then I'm going to go to my decks here, and I'm going to... There's Yama's deck. Oh wait, hold on. Make a personal copy of this deck. got it. Settings. Yama, you're in the budget. All right. And so we can do that then. Let's go ahead. We'll remove. Here's the Crown of Providence with things like Helm of the Sharp Eye. So we'll remove this. And we'll remove the bracers. And we'll get Helm of the Sharp Eye into the deck. And then we'll get Gallantry Gold in the deck. Then we're going to go ahead and get... We're going to remove the... Theoretically, Down and Dirty we can keep. But he's also not going to get, like, hyper-competitive. Now, the real question is how the hell am I getting rid of this? Like, I mean, you just get another blue block 3, right? So let's see. So Down and Dirty... Those can chill. The Steel Blades, we have to remove the Steel Blades. Place with more run through and Warrior's Valor yellow. So you've got what? Run through, so 2 more run through. 2 more run through yellow and a Warrior's Valor. Are we maxed out on Warrior's Valor? We are. Okay. It's gonna be kind of hard to get, you think? Through that's $2. That's, I mean, that's fine. Okay, some more run throughs there. Okay. Well, that's good. All right, so the only other thing we have to change here... Blade Flash? Blade Flash yellow? Or no? Yeah, this is the other one. Yeah. I could also probably change out... The only other thing I'd imagine I'd need to get rid of here is... Remove Findell Spring Tunic. I don't know what... I guess you just keep this. And the heart. Should I add a Blade Flash in for the heart? Or should I have it block 3? Yeah? Yeah. This only blocks 2. Yeah, so this deck now is $160. Right. And you said you're maining Dawnblade, but siding Decimator? Right? Decimator is mainly for fatigue matches, correct? Moving to X and go. Okay. Yeah, because it's mainly for like learning purposes, I would say. Saber's a bus. S&D with the 4, baby. Let's go. Yeah, dude. You're 4. Make it happen. How you doing, bud? Long time no see, my man. How you been? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're going to want that extra, that resource for sure. Overpower Red is the 3rd copy. Let's see. Overpower Red is the 3rd copy in inventory. Keep busy. There you go. I do know how it is. I've been doing pretty good, man. Honestly, it has been nothing but not chill. I've been working my butt off at my new job out here, and because it's peak season there, so we have so much happening, and I barely have time for myself. I work 6 days a week until the end of the month. And then I'll finally be back to 4 days a week. So I'll have more time to actually work on content. But for right now, you just get this. You just get me hanging out with me on stream. That's probably the closest we're getting to things. But otherwise, we've been still talking about Flesh and Blood. We're talking about... I want to make another Magic video sometime soon here, too. Because, like, I feel like I'm not talking enough about the budget side of Magic as well. I know a lot of people who originally subscribed to the channel subscribe for my Magic content, and I want to still be able to give that to them. Hands, chest, and gloves, yeah, okay. Yeah, no inventory. Head, chest, and gloves. I knew what you meant. Yep. So okay. So yeah. Still, I mean, 160 is good. So, I mean, most expensive cards are down and dirty, and even then, like, I don't think they're that terribly hard to find. Let me see. Probably find them for cheaper. Down and dirty. No, I guess they really are just $15. Kind of crazy this card got expensive. I guess it is like a really good like trick card. Okay, so perfect. Then I can just do this and get all the cards for it. Loading up those, yeah, which is like so strange because, like, you know, I actually didn't check. I don't know why we aren't keeping TCG Player open. Codex of Frailty. I wonder if the card has gone down in price since Lexi LL'd. It has not at all. It is still climbing. It is just about as expensive as the rainbow foil. You can buy a rainbow foil for the same price as you can in your mint. Damn. This card is just good. Just good. MT finances are super easy right now. Don't buy anything, proxy everything. Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. Actually, it's funny enough. I was, I go and play Commander a little bit every Friday now, or at least I try every Friday. And I actually had somebody there, one of the people in our play group. He's just like, yeah, so I want to play in the CEDH stuff here, and they allow proxies at that event at our LGS. And so I was like, oh, they have like a whole proxy list, like, of things that they're allowed to proxy, and like a lot of it is like the older stuff. So that's a thing that he's trying to get into. So I think there may be more proxies in our future, but I'm not sure. Yeah. I might, and I need to go about doing that too. Like right now, I want to get familiar with the group first and have everybody kind of play out their stuff, and then once we're kind of bored of what we have, I'll end up showing them raids and doing all that stuff too. I also want to get them into PDH, Pauper Commander, because that's fun. Oh, hold up, it's probably better to play Iron Rod Helmet instead of Helmet with Sharp Eye. Why is that? This one's battle worn. This is just because the ability. Yeah, once I get more familiar with the group, I'll probably show them raids. Have you guys still been working on raids? Doing tuning and stuff? That's insane. Requires a bit more technology. I mean, that's fine. I think it's not like it's going to be like worse off for him. Yeah. I mean, if it does nothing, it does nothing. That's fine. I think he'd rather have it than not. He's a quick learner, so I'm not really too worried. That's bringing a custom boss for Fallout. Ooh, there you go. There you go. That'd be fun. Well, it's good to know that you've got it in a good place. Good to know. Good to know that's tuned out. I actually just I'm thinking about possibly joining. So for those of you who don't know, Clash is a message just came out from Nathaniel, the guy who's running the Clash format essentially right now for Flesh and Blood, and this is an unofficial format. It's a fan-made format, and he asked people if there should be a committee, if there needs to be a committee, because more and more here, like we're getting like 14 new heroes next year, something like that. And so he's just like, I think with that being said, we should probably get like a committee together of people who can help determine where the meta's at for this. And I offered to help out the best I can. So I think we're going to help him out in that. I think it'd be fun. So in like 3/4 of a case of Outsiders booster packs and open 2 Codex of Frailty and a bunch of random Majestics worth less than a euro each. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Majestics don't go for a lot, and I think what's even worse is a lot of the legendaries don't go for a ton. Like this Vambrace of Determination at $9. This is a $10 for a legendary card. And then you have Codex of Frailty, which is $47 on average. And like all the legendaries below it are pennies comparatively. Like you're certainly not going to get, I don't think you're going to get your money back. Although for $62 a booster box, you could probably get something out of it. But as you see, like it was at 74 in October, and now it's at like 60 because I mean, I'm sure nobody's opening it, right? Right. Gold foils are a maybe. Yeah, so definitely, I mean, definitely needs a lot of work here for sure. I don't know how well this set's going to do in the long run. It'll be nearly cheaper than a box outside. Yeah, it is frightening. It is frightening for sure. Although, again, like, the thing with this deck, or not this deck, the thing with this game is that the second a hero hits top tables, the cards spike. And especially if somebody out there starts playing, let's say a new Ranger comes out, and that new Ranger uses Codex of Frailty very well, or let's say a new Ranger or a new Assassin comes out and Codex of Inertia is like the better choice into this current format or something. All the cards that like don't have anything to do with that are gonna spike, right? It's gonna immediately be like, all right, cool, check that out, right? Like Codex of Inertia is probably what, like $2 this very moment. See if any person Crown of Providence on Card Market. It's like a heart monitor. Oh my god. Yeah, Codex of Blood Rat is $288 and Codex of Inertia is $216 compared to its $47 counterpart. Insane. Card Market. Ooh, the weebs. You like that good stuff. Come on, I know it's good. I know, my connection's good, I promise. Alright, do Flesh and Blood. Let's look at Crown of Dominion. Just the rainbow foil. Oh my god. Yeah, that's kind of wild. Oof. Dang, is it like that here too? Crown of Dominion. No, it's just on the rise for the past 3 months. Dang, this card got expensive. You know how much I bought this card for? I think I bought Crown of Dominion for... Actually, I can tell you. Hold on. I know how much I bought it for. I know how I can tell you. I feel like I bought it for like 20 bucks. Which is just wild to me. Perfect year because I didn't expect to see play and continue to drop. Yeah, it's probably a good thing you did. It's a good thing you got it. I mean, Kasai is going to want to probably be Royal, which is, you know, different for a warrior to not have a good blocking headpiece, but... Okay, let's see. Can I just search? Crown of Providence, or not Providence, Dominion... Oh, I bought it for $30. $30. 30 US dollars I bought it for. It has grown in $20 in worth since I've gotten it. So, and I bought this in January of this year. So it's almost 12 months to the date. 11 months, I guess, to the date. So that's funny. I'll be. Ain't that something? Yeah. A lot of the cards have hit like a very interesting place. Something that I'm really trying to figure out is this, right? $315 for a case of Dusk Till Dawn. How much money do you lose on this, right? I mean, like, theoretically, how much money do you lose on this? Because in order for you to get anything worth of anything, you need to get a Marvel, first and foremost. You need to get a Marvel, and it cannot be Nazareth. Because $30 ain't going to be it. Exactly. Like, if you can get 1 to 2 Marvels, you're probably doing pretty good. This is interesting. When did this happen? Crown of Providence was at 70 bucks, and now it's back up to 100 in non-foil. That spiked pretty heftily. Literally in just this last month alone, it climbed. I wonder if somebody bought a lot of them. Yeah. Well, I mean, and again, to be honest, like, there's not a lot of people opening Flesh and Blood in general. Like, I think that's the biggest takeaway from this, right? Is that the cards inside are gonna be, like, expensive normally because there's just not a lot of them. But if there is a lot of them, they're not going to be expensive, right? That's why you look at things like the Outsiders legendaries are just inexpensive because, one, they messed up the print run, and two, there's just so many of them out there that you're just like, okay, cool, a $10 legendary, right? You look at Uprising, and Uprising, people have been opening Uprising for the dragons, and even the legendaries from there. I mean, a Coronet Peak is, you know, it was $10. Oblivion Constellus, I think, is like $10 now. Kind of fun opening. Oh, dude, it's absolutely fun. If I had the money for it, I'd do it, right? But I think, like, I have to think about the fact that I don't have, like, the income and the ability to sell to recoup that cost, and make it a hobby, right? Because if I started, like, if I opened up my TCG Player Store again, right? If I opened up my TCG Player Store again, and I just started buying cases, and then I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna crack this case, and we're gonna sell stuff. Crack this case, sell stuff. Crack this case, sell stuff. Fab also priced based. Exactly. That's the other thing too, is that it's also priced around hero, you know, performance, and not only hero performance, but hero hype too. I mean, look at these angels, right? These angels, I mean, I'm certain nobody was paying this price for this angel a little while ago. I mean, look at that. It was at $93. Now it's back up to $167. Like, this was just a little while ago. $93 for this. And now it's up to 167 because now there's only 8 of them listed, and people want to play Prism because the new Luminaris is coming out. I think there was a whole, like, drama thing that happened where somebody, like, called somebody out and was just like, oh, it's kind of weird that, like, this card pretty much got, like, a bunch of it bought right before new Luminaris was announced. Yeah, this little bit right here. Well, let's see. I mean, what? It was just announced a little while ago, right? What was it? Last week? So you figure on the 7th, right? Like this right here, from the 8th to the 9th. Like a $6 spike, and then of course, like, now it's just here. Like, this isn't even fully caught up yet as to where that's at. But that's just the Marvel, right? I mean, like, that's just the Marvel. If we look at the actual version of it, right? Like $18. I mean, even still, $18. 9th of December was this one. Yeah, so yeah, that's that there. So, like, the spike happened. The spike was happening before the card even, right? The spike was happening on the 23rd of November was the first, like, bump up there. Yeah, right there. The 23rd of November to now is where the spike happened. So somebody found something out on the 22nd. And then went, somebody's got to buy this, right? So, well, and I don't know whether or not that's actually the case, right? Obviously, when a card is incredibly cheap and it's a collector's piece like a Marvel, in most cases, you're going to see a lot of people actually picking those up because, like, people talk about this all the time. I mean, they talk about with the dragons, they talk about with pretty much any Marvel. Like, if this Marvel goes below X dollar price, you should pick one up. And in most cases, I mean, even if you get, like, 10 people, if you get 10 individual people to buy a Marvel Figment of Protection, that's already, like, more than half the market at this rate. With how many people are opening them and putting them online. Like, that's already probably more than half the market, at least on TCG Player. So, I don't know. manipulate markets. That would never happen. Well, let's hope that's not the case, right? I'm not gonna say it is, because that's assuming, and I don't want to do that. Right? I don't want to assume that. What I do want to know is whether or not people pick this up because they were genuinely looking for a like a collector card, because like that's where you'd see something like this, right? Like this also in the past 3 months has gone up in price. Because like originally, what, 6 months ago, what was it like at the start? $4 when it first came out, and it's just been on the climb ever since. And now it's a like an $18, $22 card. So somebody knows something somewhere. But the thing is like I want to open more Dusk Till Dawn, but multiple times playtesters and people that got spoilers made us some smart. Oh, really? I mean, like, don't get me wrong, right? I feel like if that is happening, like, it is a thing that is possible, right? I agree, right? We can't just opt that out. I don't know how many. I hope the answer is 0, but I don't know how many bad eggs we have in the content creator space that would get a spoiler card and then go, oh, cool. I'm going to buy up all of this really expensive version of the cards because I have like a small sum of money. And then once I reveal this card, they're all going to skyrocket in price because people are going to be like, whoa, this deck is playable. I need to make it the best version of itself. So, I don't know, right? What I do know is that I want them, right? And I think once... Like, I still think the fact that this card is as expensive as it is crazy. But apparently this is like incredibly hard to pull. Is this marble? So incredibly hard. But I really want to open cards, but I cannot be bothered to spend this kind of money on cards that will probably, you know, I'll probably not actually get them, right? Because instead of spending $315, I can spend $167 and $179, roughly about a little bit more than a case. You get 2 of the most expensive cards in the set, and then slowly work on my other ones, right? Every time I sit here and go, I want to buy a case, I should just like go, no, just buy one of the Marvels instead. You spend less money, and you get the card you want. But the problem is that the longer that these cards are, you know, these boxes remain unopened, the longer these cards are the price that they are, right? And I expect these Marvels to be the price they are for a while, because they're obviously harder versions of the cards to find. But like, you know, take a look at Warmonger's Diplomacy. Like, not only is the card good, but like it's being bought up. And it's $45, and now there's like 30 listings. So like nobody wants to buy one anymore. It's like, why? You're gonna spend $150 on 3 cards? Like, what is this? CNC? Like, is it the new kind of CNC? Because it's practically necessary for like almost any deck now at this point. Less than €60 buy it. Yeah, I mean that's a good deal too, right? If we look at if we look at Flesh and Blood, but we look at, can I look at sealed product only? Okay, so sealed product only. Let's just opt out, right? Obviously not anything that is first ed stuff. We just won't worry about that. This is insane. The fact that there's a $263 for 4 Welcome to Wraith booster kit boxes. That's cool. The fact that a Judge pack is going for $270, bonkers. Don't like that. A Bright Lights case is almost as much as a Welcome to Wraith case. What is that? What is that? Uprising costs more than WTR. Yeah, you know, absolutely it does. It does only care about the foils and legendaries. And there's like a lot of it printed, especially the unlimited edition, right? So I think a lot of people just look at it and they're like, ooh, like, I already have all the WTR I need. It's fine. But I still think that having something like that is really cool. Yeah. Well, Uprising, you're guaranteed a Marvel and you're guaranteed a Cold Foil. That's how this works. So you're at least guaranteed something in there. Outsiders cost more than Uprising. Dusk Till Dawn costs more than Outsiders. Dynasty costs more than Dusk Till Dawn. Well, roughly. And History Pack Volume 1 costs more than both of them, but that's to be understood. So, insanely good, right? All these beautiful stuff. You got a Monarch booster box case of Unlimited for $217. Aria is pretty cheap right now. Everfest is insanely cheap. That's $50 a box right there. $50 a box for Everfest. What? $50 a box? Unlimited on Aria, it is bad. But if you're just looking to open packs, they're fun little like booster fun packs kind of deal. You can just be like, hey, I'll just put these in here for, yeah, Everfist for $50 a box. That's nice. I never looked at all the other stuff for Everfest. I think it's I think honestly Everfest is one of those sets that I just have not dove too deep into. $51 a box. Most expensive cards are the extended arts. All go for a decent amount of money. All right, I mean, even if you get one of these, I mean, you're at least at half your box. Skullcap reprint, the cold foils. Forgot Silver Palms was in here. That's cool. A lot of the stuff that you need for Rune Blades, Blood in Her Hands is also really big right now too. Like, this is good. But yeah, so $50 a box, not too bad, right? But I don't know. I am always one to say that, like, Flesh and Blood players do not open up enough boxes. And I think that's for an understandable thing, because LGSs should be the one opening the boxes, and then players buy the singles from the LGSs, right? I mean, that's kind of the concept. But, like, an LGS has to take probably a pretty significant loss if it means that they're going to open the boxes and then just hope for the best. Because I'm sure a lot of places are sitting on unlimited Mon and unlimited Aria and just like going, what the hell am I going to do with this, right? Like, what am I going to do with all this? So I'll probably have to get all this together. I'll look through all my cards tonight, see what I got. Launch for dedicated player base with the competitive focus. Yeah, absolutely. It's certainly not large enough to the point where, because it's rough, right? I'm sure it's rough from like an LGS perspective, because it's up to us, the players, and to an LGS to help spread the game as much as possible, right? Through casual, and also slightly competitive to be able to do something like that. And people don't just walk into a store and go, hey, you have fab singles? Like, you have to go to specific stores that do fab singles. Like, I go to my LGS, and all of the fab singles that they have that are actually like cards worth anything are in one binder, and it's only like a quarter of the way filled because they're just not opening boxes, right? They have one event that happens every Wednesday. They hold pre-releases, but they're certainly not super, like, I don't know how to really explain it. They're not like the most insane turnouts. We have a couple other places out here in Colorado that do really, really well for Flesh and Blood, but because Colorado can be, I mean, as you guys have seen with the coaxing, like, it's very large, the fab scene out here. But even with the coaxing, only like 115 people showed up, which is for an entire state. I don't know how much that like actually means. Not a ton of people were even from the state. Like, some of the people were from out of state to come here, which is cool. But there really isn't a big casual player base. And like, I don't know how I'd go about like sharing that, I guess, because I want to be able to but that's the reason why I want to kind of talk a little bit more about Clash and do more content on Clash, because I feel like the more that it comes to light, the more people who are new to the game, who've wanted to try it out, can go, okay, cool, like, that's awesome. Because like, let's just be honest, right? And I mean, Yama, you play Dorinthia. If you took this deck, this $160 version of your deck, to your locals and played, what do you think your odds are of making, you know, of going positive win rate? If you were to go to your locals. If you were to take this version of the deck, you think that $160 would give you a decent win rate, like 2-1 even. That is fair. That is fair, right? Now, let's say you took, you know, like, I don't know. And I think that's good that like $160 will get you something like this, right? And you'll be pretty decent into it. Because really, I think the thing is like, you definitely want to take the time to learn the deck, right? I feel like that's always the important part, right? Hey, Tomas, how are you? Welcome on in. How you doing? Let you lay down. So, kind of my whole concept with this, right, is the fact that you have $160 to get you to play in an event, in CC, right, which is normally what your LGS is going to run. But if your LGS took the time to make a casual play day, where, much like Casual Commander, you could bring in people for a format that people can play, and you can give out prizes for casually learning and playing Flesh and Blood. Like, I think that Clash is perfect for that. And not to mention the fact that still Clash is inexpensive enough to where stores can make like pre-built decks for people to play without a person needing a deck, right? You know, LGSs can rent out decks to players for them to play around an event, right? I think that's something that is very, very like, it's an underrated way to get people in. The problem is like, how do you advertise that, right? Because like the amount of people who are already there for Flesh and Blood, they only really want to play CC in most cases. So it's very hard, right? That's like, at the LGS I go to, they have their social play night on the same night as their CC night. And I just like can't, you know, there'd be no way for me to be like, hey, half of you come play in the social play event that's for Clash. Because like you can't really even do that, right? Like you can't make Clash into Gem because it's not an official format. You just have to make it a Blitz event and do it as a super armory or something, right? Do a Clash local weekly tournament online? Do you? Where do you have that? Oh, it's on the Finland server. Oh, yeah, I probably don't have access to that. Come to Finland sometime. It's cold, snow everywhere. Yeah, well, it's cold and snowy here too, but it's probably not like Finland. Trust me, Tomas, honestly, I have a lot of people who have been following my channel for a while who are from like Finland, the Netherlands, Norway. Like, I have a lot of people in the general area that watch my stuff. So I'd like to eventually make my way out there to like a Flesh and Blood event. It's just I'm a broke American, and I can only really pay for my housing right now. So go to Pro Tour Amsterdam. Yeah, I wish. I wish if I had a freaking I want to, the other thing I want to do is I want to get to the point where I'm making content enough where LSS goes, I want you to also be on our content creator side of things, and we're going to fly you out to these events so you can show other people the game by playing in events with them, like taking new players to come in, play events. I would love to do that. I'd love to help like grow the game. Because like so many people look at the like Battle Hardens and the Callings and they see all the people there and they're like, oh man, this game is killing it. They're doing so well. They're doing so amazing. And it's just not enough. Like, it's not enough people. It's not enough people. There need to be more people available to play. I mean, when we get to like 500 person callings is when I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, like we're there. Like we're making this happen one way or the other. Like if we can get to 500 person callings, I'll be happy. That's the other thing. This would be cool to get a spoiler too, but I mean that's further on down the line. Tried One Piece TCG? I have not. No, I'm probably not going to play the One Piece TCG. I hear it's really, really good, but I also hear that Konami think is the one that makes it, is really screwing up like marketing for it. And then the game just doesn't interest me as much. Very, like, I don't like, which is funny because I do like Yu-Gi-Oh! A little bit, but mostly just because it is a show based around the card game, and the card game is based around the card game. So, like, but it's an anime, but I don't normally like card games that are based around animes. Cause like, I think it's a very like niche thing, but I mean, even at our locals, there's a lot of people playing One Piece. There's people cracking boxes all the time for One Piece. So it could be good. I also had a lot of players, like 900 people farming sigils and then some main event or something on the side. Yeah, I heard a lot of it was the Sigarda sigil farming. But, I mean, yeah, there's going to be a lot of people at Worlds. I mean, it's the big event, right? I mean, most people, if they're going to go to a event in, you know, they're going to go to one event. At least it be Worlds, right? So, you did have to wait a long time for that. I just like Kaido, so I tried the game. It was actually good. Good. Well, I mean, hey, you know, you're having fun with it. That's all that really matters. The fact that you're having fun. But I think a lot of what I'm trying to do with, again, like with Clash, is try to really push that concept out to others, right? For people to be like, yeah, like, you know, hey, I've never played Flesh and Blood before. Where do I get started? And I can go, hey, person who's never played Flesh and Blood before, let me get you a deck that you can buy for $10 to $20 that is good for this fan format. And then you can play around a little bit with your friends. You can play around at an LGS if you find other people who will play Clash. Or you can play with the Clash format people on, you know, on our Discord. I'm sure there are places in which you can do webcam games of Clash, or Talishar games of Clash if you really wanted to. And then you can just upgrade your deck to whatever you want it to be, right? You want to just make it a Blitz deck, you can upgrade it to Blitz if it's just a young hero. If you want to start doing stuff with CC, you can start buying the cards you need to get it to be more CC focused. So, in Clash deck and selling for €520 each. There you go. Yeah, I mean that's really it. Like, the Clash decks are so cheap. I mean, other than like certain ones, right? It's like Arachne is probably really, really good. $20, right? 20 USD. You can make a deck. Easy mode. Easy stuff. Like, I think I really enjoy the what was it? I think Joey did it best. Cash-in is a rare. Yes, it is. Something that I think is really good about, what do you call it? I can't remember what I was gonna say. What the hell was I gonna say just a second ago? Joey's learn to play decks. Something that he set up with, like, it had like a whole like pamphlet thing that taught you like kind of the combos of the hero and getting all that together. And I think it's really like an awesome thing. I don't know whether or not they still have them on like eBay too, but you can buy like better built decks out of like chaff essentially, and just be like, here are ways for you to play the hero for super cheap, and it gives you an idea of how the hero is played, what the hero needs. Yeah, like it's really good. I like it a lot. Please share my second favorite Blitz hero. Oh, is Arachne? is your second favorite Blitz hero? I mean, you're not going to run Regicide, let's be honest, right? Really? Like, you're not going to run Regicide. Why would you do that? What you're going to do is you're going to run the new specialization. It doesn't give a shit about contracts, even though it does. Yeah, this is the list. This is Nathaniel Dalton's the guy who is currently the guy who is kind of heading all of the Clash stuff. So this is his deck. What was the name of that card? Something confine something? This thing. Course of Tendencies? Look at the top 3 cards of your defending hero's deck, put them back in any order, then banish the top card of their deck. If you complete a contract this way, your assassin attacks get go again this combat chain. Which, you're not going to run assassin contracts in solitary confinement. So, oh no, you are, technically, right? But not really, right? I guess you are running them. Fleece, Plunder, Sack. Curse is really, really good. You like it? The fact that it's a 0-cost attack reaction that blocks for 3, I like it. I think it's going to be really good for Contract Arachne in Clash. It's so good. Like, so good. No, God, no. No, it won't make it. That's like this thing. When I saw this, I was just like, oh my god, a new dagger. There's already like 5 freaking daggers for assassins, and this one is not any better. Because they're just like, oh, you can equip it if it's destroyed, and it comes in. So it's just another silver. Oh, this is the 5th. Okay, yeah. I couldn't remember how many there were. But you destroy 2 silver and have this come back, but it's got a +1 counter on it. So now it's just coming in for 2. But, like, I don't think it's like... You still have to pay 2 resources for 2, which is really bad. Yeah, absolutely. Trust it's broken. All right, you get me the list. I'll work with it. Oh, yeah. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see. Die by 1,000 cuts, dude. You shouldn't even be attacking with your daggers anyway, except to like bait. You gotta bait, especially with a spider's bite. You gotta bait this because it has to hit, otherwise they get stuff wrecked. So attack with this, and then attack with an, and they're gonna be like, oh, I've blocked 1. You're gonna do block with an equipment? Stupid. You're not gonna do that. I'm curious to see what this list feels like. Kalashar. Alright, let me log in real quick. See if I get an actual player, or if I don't. Oops. Okay. Clash. I'm hopefully going to calling Liverpool. It's sealed calling, but CC Battle Hardened. Speedrun building excited, hopefully. There you go. Yeah, I heard a lot of people were not going. Like, they were going to go to calling Liverpool, but they decided they didn't want to because it was sealed. So, I don't know. I think sealed's fine. I'd much rather play sealed knowing that I get to keep the cards and go home with them and then make a constructed deck out of stuff. But I guess, you know, when you spend all the time going to these events to play the constructed deck that you have and then not be able to win with that. Yeah, I do think draft would have been pretty good too, so. Those are the promos? That's pretty good. The Raisin Army Cold Foil, which also is insane that that card's getting a Cold Foil, because normally isn't it just like equipment and items? Like why is a action getting a Cold Foil? Really? What am I thinking of? What Majestics have Cold Foils that I can't think of that aren't items or equipment? Or heroes? Oh, there he is. Alright. We're gonna go first for sure. What do I play on you? AB probably for sure, right? No D-Reacts though. And I probably play the null. I guess we just triple, right? Yeah, it's fine. Alright. I can't think of a single Majestic that isn't an item or a hero or an equipment piece that is Cold Foil. Well, okay, I think I'm just going to... Fighting Spirit. I know taking 7 here sounds like freaking insane. Mm-hmm. I should probably block some of it, right? We are going to do that. Yeah, I guess I probably could have... I mean, I guess I'm just going to take stuff here. Maybe. But try and take things. See what they got. Yep. I guess I should theoretically do that since I can't play it. Okay. Terrible. This is terrible. For sure. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Oh, we're popping horns. Okay. This is the move here, right? For sure. Say. All day. That's good. That's good. It was not fused. Oh, Cold Snap is fused. Just kidding. It was fused. So that's unfortunate, but it's also fine. Well, that's not good. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Whatever, it's fine. Not gonna lose cards to that. Oh, with this? Yeah, I mean, I could have. Another one. True. Okay, well, we're just gonna do this. Cold Snap. I'm not gonna do that. You're just gonna draw. Get a Frostbite. I don't care. Freeze my arsenal. Still get to go again. And then all they can do is waiting for 3. Which I'm also fine doing. That's chill. Oh shit. This is where I gain the tempo. Unless, of course, they have a D-react, which would suck. They don't. Yeah, I'm gonna get to do this. Oh, I forgot I had the one floating. Yeah, that's right. My bad. I'm silly. Oh well. I'll learn my mistakes later. So now it doesn't matter what they do, right? Our next turn, they're not going to be able to instant. If they have it. If they've got it. They've got some blocking power here. They're going to take 2. Unless they actually are going to pitch for it. Frost Hex. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that is definitely where we're looking. Because I'd like to keep that. On a turn like this, we kind of have to go hard, so... That's fine. Rather... could just really threaten, but that's nice. Okay, all right. I guess I could have bite if I really wanted to like threaten it, but now I can bite to threaten lethal. You're gonna have to drop a card or 2 actually if you don't want to get another bad one. I got a blue. React, please. Nope, that's it. Okay. What's actually good yeah. So for 9, that's kind of disgusting. I hate that, actually. Yeah. Yeah, because there's no arsenal, so I think we're pretty okay here. All right. Gang. Gang shit. GG. Yep. Definitely super down to the wire, but of course, like I think that's the perk of this versus like a contract-based Arachne, is that Inertia is just so good against Icelander. So good against Icelander. Okay. All right, sounds good, Yama. Have a good night. Thanks for coming to hang out. All right. Let's chill. Gotta kind of do everything I can here, I guess. Oh, this does turn on Fighting Spirit, so it does turn on Fighting Spirit, which is not great. Turns on Wounded Bolt too. What do we do? Yeah, because we'll have the stuff for it. Pretty sure we'll have the stuff for it, so. Okay, pitch that through. Arctic Incarceration's revealed. I guess that's not super great. Oh, wait. That's correct. Ooh, I forgot about this card. Sorry. Yeah, it's misplaying my bad. It's fine. Get your red to block for 2. Get your blue. That's fine. Okay, then we're gonna do this. Pivot, pivot, pivot. See, you're not gonna want that to hit. That's gonna suck. It's really these diseases that change the deck between here and like bad. These diseases are just so good. They're so good. So I don't lose any cards. Tempo's out of his favor. He's gonna let this hit. I'm gonna give him a freaking inertia token. And their turn is just gonna be playing 1 Arctic Incarceration, probably, right? Okay. Down up there. Ooh. This is a damn good turn. I gotta say. So I got a frostbite. That's fine. Good news is you don't get an arsenal. No, I'm chill. Oh. How very interesting. Glacial Horns, that, okay. 9? If I take 9 here, I go down to, what, 4? So I died at an Aether Hail and then Waning Moon, probably. I guess we can do this and hope for the best. So Ice Eternal and the thing. So that's gonna be rough. So if I it's rough. Nah, we'll block a little bit more of that. We still wanna keep something here. Because we're still threatening lethals. Obviously, Ice Eternal in response. Pitch 2 blue, so 3, X is 3. So I get X Frostbites, 3 Frostbites, and then I take 3 Arcane? Oh, it wasn't fused. Then that is everything there. I'm gonna lose 3 life, right? Yeah. That's chill. That's chill, that's fine, that's fine. Wounded Bull. Alright, so now we know they have a Wounded Bull in their hand they can't pay for. Wait, Wounded Bull was the only thing they had though, right? There wasn't a blue. I think that's a win here, right? E, is it? Is it? I don't know. I think we might still have some bad stuff happening here. Down to 1. Oh, sweet. We got a little thing there. And we got a silver. Nice. We can do silver things like nothing at all. There's no silver generation, or no silver equipment in Flash. So there's a Wounded Bull in there, which I'm sure they can pay for now. Right, yeah. Pitch 3, Wounded Bull for 8. That's good. It's really good. Not getting a thing there, unfortunately, but that's alright. It's whatever. Still enough to be fairly deadly. I think I might have it. Oh, actually, I don't think I do. Oh, looking a little rough. 3 Arcane. Two we get, and then that for no, I think it's not on us. Spellfire to get the get the resource. Yeah, I think we... Yeah. Block, I died of frostbite. Unfortunately, Frost Hex is really good. So, it is what it is. Oh, GG. Alright. We'll do one more. I can't stand going against Icelander anymore. Alright. Let's see. Keep this going the way it should. I also realize I am also at one less life, because it makes that parity very interesting. Yeah, I think the quick rematch makes it so it's always the same as it was previously. Alright, what do we got? Blue Arctic will give me 2 frostbites. Aether Hail is damage. Aether Vein is discard. Nothing coming in. Interesting. Interesting. How do we want to... I feel like I almost... I feel like it's more important to gain the tempo. Now I just don't care, right? Like, whatever you're gonna give me, you're gonna give me. But you're gonna get inertia. Mm-hmm. Enough. All right. Dick. All right. I am then just going to go ahead and end. Aether Vein. Aether Ice Vein. No Fuse. 5 Arcane. I think I'm actually okay with that. So we're gonna do this. So like having the less life into this matchup is certainly good. fine. A lot coming in here. So best case scenario, I rip all the reds out of their hand. Well, best case scenario, I rip the blues. Right, that's good. You're gonna have to block with one more. Mm-hmm. Sorry, what are we doing? Okay, you're getting an inertia token. Just how that works. Yeah, I guess I'll put this down there. I shouldn't. Got it. Now they're still not getting anything from Wounded Bull. They're still not getting anything from they're not getting anything from Wounded Bull. They're not getting anything from Findell Spring. Oh no, they are. Just kidding. Okay, that's right. Pitch, 2 damage. Pay 1 to avoid discarding. Yeah, I'm gonna pay 1. Do we go wide or tall? Mm-hmm. 3 inertias in a row, baby. It's what we do. My turn. We're gonna go ahead and do this. This. No defense here. Willing to go down to 1. That's interesting. You know what? Hold on. This is what I wanted to do. Sorry. That's what I wanted to do. Realize I can't break chains for that. That's what I want. Then we're good there. So now they have to work around Blood Rot, which is sick. Okay. Have to pay for Blood Rot, or they die. Gauntlets. So this is whatever. So this is either a blue and they have to pitch to not die, or it's a red and they die. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do have 3. That is unfortunate for me. What do we do here? 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 Block 3, take 6, go to 1. Block 6, take 3, go down to 4. Trick is, what do they have to put in arsenal? Now I'd have to be better about this here. Same. Work around that. Okay. I think we're okay. Let's hope. Let's get the hope in here. One damage. Aether Icebane. That is interesting. Okay. No Frostbite though. But it is a blue and they do get to Waning. That is the game. Because I only had reds. Unfortunate. God damn, I hate this game. Should have full blocked. Should have full blocked. What was I doing thinking he wasn't going to have 6 damage on board? I think this deck runs way too many reds for it to be good against Icelander. Like, way too many reds. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards that aren't red out of a 40 card deck. Really, 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 really bad into Icelander. The only thing that makes it good into Icelander is the inertia tokens. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, the reactions are enough, but like all you needed to do was overblock 1 turn, and I'd have been in the bad boat, right? I think like at any point, if you just assume that I have the reaction and you overblock, especially when I have cards in my hand, especially when I'm playing something like Sedate, you tend to get it. right? Kind of like with Dory, right? Like you attack, like when Dory attacks you for 3, you know it's not just going to be 3. So you're going to block for like 6. You had red hands a lot? Yeah, that is unfortunate. Yeah, to do inertia into red hands sucks. But I mean, like the deck performs the way it needs to, right? I mean, again, it's just like, you know, my hands are all reds all the time. So if I don't get an inertia on you, like, it's donezo. It's donezo. It's not happening. Because like that last hand was all reds, and I was like, okay, I have to block. I have to either full block 9 and stay at 7. I think blue, but needs to be blue if I have sideboard. I don't actually know if I do. To be fair, I haven't looked at. What is it? 6, 46, 12, 52. So yeah, it's 52. I don't know why this is in the. Is this for popping? This is for poppers. So I'd say the only sideboard takeout. I don't know. There's not really anything for sideboard takeout. But it is. It's very rough into an Icelander match because, like, let's just be honest, right? Like, this isn't. It's effective to go wide, but it runs into the same thing that ninjas run into when they go against an Icelander, which is, hey, this Icelander can give me a Frostbite token. Or when warriors go into Icelander, like, oh, Icelander can give me Frostbite tokens. How do I play the rest of my hand? Like, how do I do it? There'd be no real way for you to figure that out. So it is tough. But I mean, I like it. Like I said, like, I like how these decks play in the format. I'm curious what the difference is between this and the other Arachne deck. So the other Arachne is probably more contract focused. Definitely more defensive, it looks like. Yeah, Sink Belows, Fates. I don't think cash-ins are good. I mean, I do, because, like, 2 silvers is pretty good. Like, you can get 2 silvers pretty good. But at least in here, what, there were 9 in this one here, right? What were the blues? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 cards that aren't red. And in this deck, we have 15 cards that aren't red. So I think this deck probably wins a little bit more into it, but nowhere as many. I mean, there are reactions, right? There's Razor Reflex, which honestly is good to give stuff go again. It's got the Oasis. This card ruins Wizards and is great for me. So, like, this is a card. Like, Oasis Respite is literally like, oh man, I have a 2-card hand. They're coming in with, or I have a 3-card hand or a 2-card hand. They're coming in with this thing. Oh god, like, that's a lot of damage for me. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Oh, pitch to play from Arsenal. Cool. Now I gain life, and I gain life, and I block out 4 damage, which is pretty good. But it's the same armor as the other one, right? Because, like, that's what you do. Yeah. The only downside is in this one, you don't get as much inertia. Right? You're not seeing nearly any inertia happen. Matter of fact, is there a card that even gives any of these? It says the tokens are available in here. Am I crazy? Oh, toxic tips. See, now this is good in Old Arachne because all their stuff comes in for like 4. Like, Ravenous is going to come in for 4 usually. All these guys are going to come in for 4. Razor is going to do you some stuff too. Like, good. You got Shred still. So, it's nice. It's nice. I like it. So, we got some games out there for that. Yeah, and like I said, I think we're just going to be doing more stuff with Clash. I hope to be getting like actual like content out for Clash sometime soon here, hopefully. Because I know that a lot of people are probably looking for like deck techs. They're looking for you know, special ways to play Clash, even shouting out the Discord and so on and so forth. So I think that'll be fun. And again, I think just the general idea is I want to do like a comparison between commoner decks and Clash decks, right? I think that's my big thing, is because I do still want to cover the commoner format, but I want to show off both decks and go, okay, so there's 2 formats, commoner and Clash. This is what a commoner deck of this hero looks like, and this is what a Clash deck looks like. So that way I can do things to be like, this deck works well in both formats, or this deck does not work well in one format, but because of the rare cards you get in Clash, it works better in Clash than it does in commoner. So it's Commoner feels horrible after Clash. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like there's really only a couple things in Clash that are like good. I think if you're not playing Oldhim, Chain, Ira, or Fi in or Bravo, and Icelander, I guess too. There's 6 heroes that are like, it all depends on who's playing what. But like those heroes are always going to be at the top, and every other hero after that, I mean, I guess Dash too. I don't know if I said Dash, but like every hero under that, pretty bad. Significantly. The Rune Blades, really, outside of Chain. Chain is good because a lot of Chain's cards are, you know, they get that go again. You get to banish a lot of them, so. Icelander is tier 1, not tier 0. Vincent can be insane. Vincent cannot be insane in Commoner. Icelander is really, really good in Commoner. I think Icelander actually won the World Commoner event, if I recall correctly. So Icelander is definitely a tier 0 deck, I'd like to say. Like it's just good. I mean, Frostbites on demand are very, very, very scary. And like you can turn the game around very quick with like a Bull Lander kind of list, right? Clash is a bit worse. Is Clash a bit worse because your opponents have a better card pool? I'm assuming, right? The best common, Ice Vein. Yeah, Ice Vein is powerful. So something I wanted to bring up, because we had been talking about this in just recently. Let me see here. I wanted to read up on this real quick. There's a big conversation happening right now, I guess. Let's see. Uh, would include in commoner rules. Commoner, if it had rares, would probably be a worse format. It can handle a race meta. Most heroes can compete even, but a defense meta or some kind of fatigue meta, not many people are down. You can bet that, and you can bet that's what happens if rares and commoner with no other changes. I'm reading up on our Discord right now. Give me one sec. The main reason Icelander doesn't have bans in Clash is because she doesn't in Commoner. It's the common cards that are the issues with her. Zero block, though, in low HP format can be a death sentence, so it's a bit more fair in this. Despite my penchant for aggro, I have once used Plunder Run. Haven't once used Plunder Run, yada yada, okay. Less tools defensively in Commoner as well, and yeah, no block. Rio Briar was insane on release. Starting to sell on my collection, probably keep the classes I want, but all the M's and below to Uprising. If this is to be a no LL system, may I suggest bans per hero? That I've thought about it. I think the main complaint right now is there isn't great visibility into bans since it doesn't slightly differ from official it does slightly differ from official formats. Moving Rosetta Thorn to Briar only is testing out how some of it might work. I'll let the committee decide on that per hero. I know you were heavily involved in the Fab community if you want to join Clash Committee. That is true. So, because that's something that, I mean, like, when you talk about, like, bans and specific things, right, like, what you need is we need more data, right? I think is really the thing. We need more data. We need more people playing Clash. And with more people playing Clash and more people getting a, you know, more of a general idea about what, you know, who's topping tables. We need to do like events and things. Like for instance, I mean, Tomas, do you have like a certain hero that almost always wins in the Clash format that you guys do weekly? Like, is there always one hero that is just like, yep, like that's going to be the one? Because those are the things, that's the kind of information that like we would need. If I were to be on this committee, I think the biggest thing we just need is data. And we can't really get that from Fabrary. Fabrary is not like it's not a reliable source of data for Clash. Just because like not a lot of people's decks are posted, not a lot of people are getting actual pairings. So you just don't know what you're going up against. Some people get paired into Blitz decks and don't even know it, right? Like every time I played Clash, I'd get paired up into a Blitz match, and it just like didn't work. Event starting in January. Okay, sick. There you go. So okay, yeah, like that's what I mean. Like it's just not as effective through Fabrary. So we would need some way to like for people to report their deck, what they're doing, like who's going to events, if there are events at all based around that, and then having there be prize support and things for those events, because like obviously you need incentives for people to play. You know, you can't just host an event and be like, all right, cool, $10 entry, you don't get anything. Like, I'd rather people get something. But to do something like that, you'd need to get people together for it. You need to, you know, make sure people know about certain other things. We give everyone a different hero in Smash. Well, I mean, okay, so like, but how is the tournament set up? Is it set up like the commoner leagues? Because so Smithel over at Green Tree Sports, they are doing a commoner Flesh and Blood league. I'm sure you've seen it. The Flesh and Common Blood Discord. The way they do it is they are specifically looking at the way they do it is they have you choose 2 heroes, and you choose. It's essentially just like a 2 out of 3 instead of it being a best of 1. Because if you do a best of 1, you know, it's just like any other class, any other constructed format. But if it is a best of 3, you're able to get more hero diversity out of it, and different matchups occur, right? So if you win, you know, if you brought 2 decks, you brought Katsu and you brought Bai, right? You can play Katsu, and if you beat your opponent with Katsu, you have to stay as Katsu, or you have to switch your deck, I think, and then you get to play 5, and then your opponent gets to keep playing their deck, and then if they beat you, then they have to change, and it's all based on that. So, but you pretty much have to win with both of your decks in order for you to win. Best of 1, everyone plays different hero, decided week before the tournament. So do you just get like randomly assigned a hero? Because if that's the case, I don't exactly know, like, I guess we would know more about like a meta concept. We have forms of tops. Oh, I see. Okay. So that's kind of how you do it then, is you're just going around and you're making it so that stuff is set up. Okay. I gotcha. Well, I mean, that's a good way to get new like hero stuff through. I don't know if it's going to be as it's going to at least give results, right? And I think that's really what we need. Casual, get people in the game, right? Okay, so, well, and that's what it's meant for too, right? I think again, just like the big thing that we're trying to figure out is like we want to make sure the meta isn't crazy, because like Icelander, right? Icelander's really good because obviously not only do you get to do Ice Eternal stuff, but you also get to you get to Frost Hex, you get to Ice Eternal, you get to Aether Ice Vein, you get to do all of that in Clash, right? Oh, I see. Okay. So it's just like so it's not specifically like a Clash League or anything. You guys are just choosing Clash. Okay, I see. But yeah, like Icelander is definitely problematic in the format, but I don't know to what extent, right? Because you have Rosetta Thorn being specific to Briar, and I think that helps out with her, and it makes other Rune Blades have to utilize their own stuff. But, I mean, even still, Chain can still do nasty Chain things. Vincent has better cards now with things like Deathly Whale, and any of her other specializations like Oblivion. You can still use Oblivion and get Narseth. Like, I think what really pushes skill potential is the Amulet. The Amulet is certainly a lot, right? But I don't know. But I think really what it is I think a lot of people are... you don't want to look at the format as a no-hold-bar kind of situation, because then it's just like Blitz Living Legend without all the cards, right? But again, I think the point is that we need more data. We need more data specifically about the heroes, how well they're doing into events, and so on and so forth. And like, I don't think there's enough people getting that data, right? Because like, I mean, Nathan's probably the one person who's on the Clash format at all times on Flesh and Blood, or on Talishar. I don't know how many other people are playing Clash on a regular basis. But if people are playing Clash more, then, you know, they're getting the practice in. The Nathan's getting the practice in. But like, the only way for us to really judge is to do another like Clash batch, which was like the first like tournament for Clash that occurred. To do something like that, to play a new version, right? To do a new like tournament. Shoot, I'd even support prizing for that. Like, I'd be able to get like packs to people for this casual event. I might even see about running one at my LGS, doing that. But there's just no way to know without competitive side of things. And the casual aspect is that it's still fun and you're able to learn the hero. But from like a competitive meta side of things, you still have to look at results, and you're not getting the same result every single time. There's not a lot of people playing the format because everybody's playing Classic Constructor, they're playing Blitz. It's just not as effective right now. So it is fun. I'd not make it competitive. Well, I mean, you know what I mean, though, right? Like, it's not so much that we're trying to make it competitive, but if you're going to do a casual event, you need to know what decks are going to do well into what. And you can't just like if we find out that Icelander and Fi are the two decks that will auto win unless they go against one another. They're the two decks that will auto win, and even if they go against one another, Icelander will win, obviously. Then people are just going to run Icelander. And at that point, if you just have 8 people for a little tournament and everybody's running Icelander, no longer is the format fun. So, yeah. So but it's just about realizing what that is, right? Because I mean, you can look at the results from Commoner, right? Commoner, the cards, the decks that do very well, Ira, because a lot of that stuff is just small, easy stuff. You just can play Fatigue, play a bunch of D-Reacts, and then just Kadachi, you know, 1 for 5. Or Kadachi, 2 for 7. Or Kadachi, you know, push the point. Or something of the sort. Like, and not to mention the fact that you get the +1 from Ira's ability and this whole thing, so she's got her thing, that's why she's at top tables. Fi is really good because you get the stubby hammers, and Fi doing stubby things is insane. Icelander is still really good because, again, Aether Ice Vein isn't banned, and Aether Ice Vein is, like, insanely good. Oldhim, again, he's a fridge. I mean, Guardians now have more defensive capabilities than they could ever before. And now he can just play a bunch of blues and reds and just attack with the weapon, right? Attack with Titan's Fist or something. So the concept is still there. And like, you look towards the results of Commoner to see what Clash is going to be like, but Clash is really just different because Fi does good in Commoner, but he probably does better in Clash because he has access to things like Mounting Anger and what's the other rare? Soaring Strike. He's got access to those things, and so he's able to like utilize a little bit more of his like combo potential and on hits, as opposed to his Commoner version, which is just like, I play a red card, I play a red card, I play a red card, I play a red card. Okay, cool. Did we win? Like, it's not like Clash has Art of War. And like Art of War is really the thing that changes like a ninja, right? So I think we just gotta kind of keep looking at results of things. Like even the commoner results aren't like super great. Normally you're gonna see that. I might even be able to like constantly ask Smithel about whether or not there are good choices for that. But who knows? There's a lot going on with it. I love the format. I think it's really, really simple and straightforward. Do I think that it is going to be, you know, the most popular budget format to date? I don't know. I mean, I hope it will be, right? I hope that I have access to be able to push this format, because like, let's be honest, there isn't like Clash format being made. And there's really not a lot of commoner format being made either, aside from like myself and another individual. There's really nothing. So you don't really see that happening. Commoner is still something I want to cover because I do still like the format and it's still like budget friendly and it's the official version. But if something like Clash ever gets adopted by LSS, then, you know, we can just change focus and just do that. I don't know. For right now, I think Clash is just going to need some work. I need to do more. I need to get more time to be able to play. I want to play at least, I want to get to the point where I'm at least playing 10 games with every hero against different heroes, and seeing what kind of successes and failures I have into those heroes, and then kind of go from there. You know, like playing against the same hero every single time, I'd have to put heroes against what we would consider a meta, right? I'd consider Icelander a pretty meta deck. And then, of course, like, we don't know much about what all the other heroes are getting, right? You know, Viserai has, like, 3 new specializations now, so he's obviously doing a little bit better, I would think. Although he doesn't have Rosetta Thorn anymore, which is, you know, every Runeblade wants to run Rosetta, but now only Briar can. So, I think Dromai is good. Yeah, I mean, because you still don't have to worry about Mask of Momentum, which is really, really good. I do think Dromai does pretty well. So maybe we'll try Dromai next time we do a stream. We'll try doing Dromai, getting that all figured out, see if we can get some results going. And then try to work ourselves from there. But overall, again, it's a lot of testing, a lot of results. You got to kind of really see what is willing to push itself, make changes depending on what you see is better or worse. And then once there's a meta defined in Clash, much like there's a meta defined in Commoner, you'll be able to see where changes can be made in certain decks, right? Like when you go into a Clash event, are you expecting a lot more Icelanders than you are Bravos? Are you expecting a lot more Dromai than Fi? Are you expecting... I mean, it's all a numbers game, right? But anywho, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. We've been streaming for about 3 hours, so I need to go get some stuff done around the house. And then I think I'm going to play some more Final Fantasy. So, but it's been great being able to do stuff like this. I've been happy to be able to go about and talk about this format. Hopefully, in due time, we can have more people in the format. We seem to have a lot of people interested in the format already, so that is nice. And then hopefully, we just move it on forward. But right now, I can't wait till the end of this month so I can finally be out of peak season, so I can start making content for you guys again, because my gosh, has it been awful. So, thanks guys so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys had a fun time. And I will catch you guys probably sometime next week. All right, everybody. Nerd out.